Hello, here we go again with a traditional game between Fred and Tuno played on IGS on 2 handicap and reverse commie, and this time black won by 25.5, mainly because of killing a bunch of stones in the top that were worth close to 40 points. And also at the end, when both players passed, there was still some agi on the left side at b11, b13, so white was supposed to add another move to protect. If white simply plays away or pass, black will cut b11 or cut b13, then this is just bait, play an Atari and then push and catch the tail. So this way black wins even bigger, but anyway it doesn't matter anymore. Also, if black just cuts b13, now Atari here and Atari like this, and the other half of the group is dead. So one should always look for these kind of cutting points during the game. But let's see what happened from the beginning. So white plays a Sun, very trendy, approaches the corners in a fast pace, and then extends with Ogema to make a corner enclosure or Shimari. So far so good. Then black approaches 04. This is the kind of move that it's a little bit late because white is already protected, so white can play a pincer. Therefore, black should think about the pincer like J3, because J3 attacks F3, puts a lot of pressure on this stone. So white needs to fix in the corner, and this way black also has time to set up a base on the bottom side. So this would be a basic Joseki, and it feels way better for black than the actual game. So white did play a pincer. The pincer can be a little far away, like L4 or K4, because this gives more support to F3, and in the same time it still takes away black space for an extension to set up a base. So black will need to play the attach or shoulder hit. Let's say black plays an attach, white hane, black pulls back, white goes down, then black goes m3, white can block this, and now black is still on the run. So this feels a bit uncomfortable or over concentrated for black, and white gets to build a very nice corner in the low right and also settle the bottom shape. So it feels nice for white. M3, it's a bit more aggressive, also playable. So is M4 or L4. It's really hard to say which is the exact spot to play here as a pincer. All the moves are okay to consider, but anyway, nice idea for white to pincer, so black has to think about running already. Now that's a fine idea to play the shoulder hit, but black can just go out with a Kosumi or a one space jump, and then if white simply defends the bottom like this or like this, black can fly out and later on approach the right side and think about other moves to attack the corner, for example R5 instead of Q4. So playing Q4 directly can be a little bit of an ajikeshi. It makes white very strong on the right side, and then black is still on the run. So yeah, black has to go up like this. A good decision for white to drop down instead of block. But I mean, this is also okay, playing solid, and then white, black will hane, white has to go nobi, and black will come out this way. But it's fine. White builds a lot of territory on the right side and also secures the bottom, while black simply comes out in the center. So black will fix, but white will make territory. Well, going down leaves a different agi with a push and all the cutting points, but black is still under pressure, so it's hard for black to use the cuts right away. Black still needs to play the hane and then make I shape. Now there are some cutting points that white can just protect at q8. And again, black has to come out into the center either like this or put pressure, because white is happy to go on the forward line and build territory while black simply fix the group. So far we can say the approach at 04 wasn't the optimal way for black to deal with the bottom side. Now here, usually when black pushes like R5, he wants to use the cutting points to see how white reacts. And well, he tried to do that, but it is good to cut one time, cut on the outside. Then if white captures, going down at q3 becomes sente, so white has to descend and then play the hane and double hane to threaten the double Atari. So white can cut one time, extend, and then black protects. Now the group is solid and safe. White needs to come back at the bottom side, and then black has to think about a way to reduce the right side moyo. So far, the sequence was pretty much forced. Now back to the original game. So black turns, white descends. Let's see, tack, tack, tack. What if white plays a one space jump? So if black cuts, white is not going to capture the stone right away, because like this, black will capture the stones in the corner. So white can connect solid, black will come out, but then white can put pressure. And the group in the corner has enough liberties to fight in case black is throwing a semi on the right side, like this. And even if locally, we can say this group, it's dead formation, white has plenty of liberties, so there's nothing to worry about. White will win the semi, and then black is still on the run with the bottom group. So this means playing a move like 06, it's a bit more powerful for white than the actual game. So white descends, black comes out. Now this hand is still a very good shape for black, making I shape. Then black nobi, very good. And there are still cutting points on the right side. So normally white is supposed to play q8, but the bottom is also important. So J4 has a higher priority to keep the bottom side connected. But the thing is, black can cut right away at q7. Now, white's only option is to resist under with an Atari or a defense, because if white tries to set up a ladder, this doesn't work. Black will cut and go for the corner. So black should aim at the cutting point directly. Then when white resists, black goes out, white pushes once, black gets ahead. So white is not going to build too much on the right side. So if something like this happens, black can still reduce most of the right side. Now black played the pincer, that's also possible. White counters. With this pincer, white is trying to get rid of the edge around q7. Black jumps out. Black can also play Kosumi here. Playing the jump still allows white the attach at s12 and try to connect under. So, I mean, this kind of move. So playing the Kosumi puts more pressure, and then white has to jump in a corner and trade the stone on the side and leave in the top in Gote. Then black can turn once to secure the bottom group and play a big point like Keima in the top left. So back to the original game, attach. That's Joseki, Atari. Black could go down all the way at s15 and trade the corner for the outside, because black already has the jump at p12. So if this happens, black is already center. Of course, black can play a double Atari or a Keima to surround everything, or jump like this, but it's not really necessary. Those stones, white doesn't want to go out or run from that. And black can extend on the left side like this, or play another move in the corner, or defend the other corner, I mean the corner in the top side. So either way it's good for black to trade, go for outside thickness. The basic Joseki is to connect solid. When white connects under, black can go down. But playing the Hane or the tiger mouth, white can Atari, so this is enter for white, black answers, and now white can capture the cornerstone, like this, q17. It's true the capture is Gote, but this way white leaves bigger in the corner. Playing Atari under, it's still alive, but actually here black can play away. Black doesn't have to save that stone. I mean, if white captures now, black can play away again. So this way white decided to leave smaller in the corner just to keep center. That was a pretty wise decision, but black could refute that and still play away. Black doesn't have to connect one stone to take Gote. It's more interesting for black to extend in the top, for example, like this or like this. And when white captures, now block or play away again. So white attacks the top left, that's very good. Defend calm, play the basic Joseki, so far so good. Another conservative solid move by black, but this is a very big point, d2. It's typical for Tuno style. And now extending the top, but in the top, black can extend high on the fourth line, because black already has two stones on the third line, and it's good to step up a little bit to try to build in the way, um, like the waves of the sea, let's say. So up and down, not just low, because having all those stones on the third line in the top makes black's position very flat. So you want to step up a little bit. And also, having such a strong wall in the top right corner, it's better for black to play an extension a bit further away from the wall. So K16 is the right distance to the left and the right of the mark stones. So this is the right spot. Another way for black is to play a forcing move, D12, then attach D14. These moves are center and then extend in the top. So this way, black can hope for a bigger moyo in the top area and turn that into a larger territory also. So very good decision for white to play the shoulder hit and reduce the top. Normally, white should just jump out to increase the left side and then think about a way to reduce the top. But if this happens, black can block with an O-gamer and still build a lot in the top. So white is alert and he plays the shoulder hit, which is fine. The thing is, black can still consider the two forcing moves on the left side. White can also answer like this. It's not always necessary to play the wedge and connect. But now, when black gets a little bit of support on the left side or preparation to get stronger, now black can think about a cap to attack more severe the top stone, being so strong in the surroundings. But in general, black just defends calm with a solid move at K17 or push, and then push again and slide with a Kema. But now white again can jump out on the left side in order to connect and make his own moyo here in the center. So Nobi again. Here white can jump to be faster and then jump from the left side. And if black separates, go out in the middle. It's a very flexible way to run into the center. So black defends again, then white jumps out. That's the proper way to jump to space in the middle of the three stones wall. So black tries to separate. Again, black can think about shoulder hit and attach. It's a better way to make this kind of line and separates the group in the middle from the group on the left side. This kind of move, it's a bit soft because it doesn't impact the stones on the left side so much. So white can jump again or play a Kema like this. Now white is playing on the bottom. But the follow-up from this move, this is a forcing move at d5, it's e4. Usually black will just connect solid, and then this is a sequence that comes to an end locally, and white can continue in the middle, attack this group for example. If black plays e3, white can Atari and then connect, or white has the Atari on the left side and then connect, up or down, because now he's trying to use the Agi in the corner. Or white doesn't play any Atari and simply connects. And if black continues on the bottom, then Atari and cover, because now it activates the Agi at c4, so black needs to come back and protect, and white can block the center again. So this is white's plan here with all those forcing moves to build more in the center. But playing just Nobi, it makes the shape heavy. A very good decision for black to separate like this. So e4 is the right move. Actually, the point of e4 is to give black bait. Sometimes black will play Atari one way or the other, and then white will simply push through, sacrifice a stone, and take the corner. This would be a very successful result for white. But going up is not a great follow-up for white. This move is good, makes a box. The invasion looks a little bit desperate. Normally, black should simply turn and then come out with a group. An invasion here for black is to play h3, then push and connect under. This is a safer way. But, well, J3, it's possible too. It's not Tuno style though. And now black should continue with K3, then Hane once, Atari, keep pushing, and Han again to try to connect to the other group in the bottom right. So crosscut, on this crosscut, white can just extend. Then black will Atari down, white goes down, black connects, white connects, cover, and protect again. If white doesn't protect, it's not a big deal. I mean, white can also rescue the two stones on the left side, but black will capture the stone in center. So white has to add another move, but again, black has to secure his group after all this maneuver. So Atari, which means black can counter Atari from the right, give up a stone, and then Atari again. If white connects, black connects, and now white got separated. So it's gonna be another fight. But playing like this, white can just extend, and black didn't gain much for now. Now here white's mistake is trying to save the two stones. They are not important. White can just push through and go for the other two. So when black captures two stones here, white captures two stones like this. If black goes out, it's a net. Those two stones are not worth much, especially that black already played a Nobi and now a Hane, and if black plays another move to capture them, it's 3 stones to capture 2. It's a lot of effort for 4 points. So going out with an empty triangle is rather painful. And this kind of connection hurts the left side. And now white comes out trying to catch the 2 stones, but black found a way to escape. And here actually black can play Atari. No, sorry, first push. If white cuts, black can just play a net. So white will never cut there, white has to turn. And then black has the Atari on the second line and connect. And now white has only 3 liberties with the cluster of stones, so white will die faster. This is pretty much a disaster for white. But black didn't profit. So the cut is the right move. White has to come back and protect this area. And then yeah, then go out. Actually, this can happen too. It's a squeeze play. Quite painful. So white is on the run again. And black is already connected. So black went out. White came out. Black goes out again. Yeah, so still the push or go out. Taking away liberty is better than Kosumi between the groups. White's proper move would be to connect these stones. Then black will either push like this or jump out. Then white has to protect the top group as well, either a cap or a one space jump. So Kosumi, then jump along, black is out. The peep is a fine idea, but now white has to protect the middle stones, and this Kosumi will connect them. Then of course black has to come back and protect too. And when this peep happens, black can capture a few stones in a net. Okay. White is playing a bit loose here. The proper move is still this one. Of course, white is thinking to surround everything and kill, but it's very difficult, especially as long as black can always come back and connect here. So Hane, attach. Black and Hane here, play one Atari, and then separate the bottom. It's more powerful. Also, black can push once, and white has to connect to the right, then separate like this, because now both the center and the bottom are in danger. So when white comes out to connect to the left, black can catch the bottom stones. But this way it's also a fine idea to go out. So this stage, black is going for a few stones in the middle. The push is center too, because of the wedge at h12, so white has to Nobi, and then jump out to catch the 3 stones in the way to connect. So there's no way out for those guys. They are surrounded and black is connected with territory. Like this, white is fine, black is connected, but black didn't profit too much from this running out. This connection is not necessary. Black can play stronger moves in the middle, trying to cut some stones here. But something like this happens eventually, but playing L16 it's a waste. It's losing tempo. So white protects on the left. Here the block is actually good. No problem if black pushes and cuts. White can answer these moves and everything is connected. This way black can hane. The push anyway. Now things are connected. Here white can play Keima. And now it gets difficult for white because of the wedge and the cut. So this bump makes sense. Finally white connected on the bottom. Black could always profit from this cut at f5. Black comes back to protect this group. Now here black was supposed to play something like n2, still threatening to activate the idea of j3, so white has to connect and then block. But it's a good idea for black to make life for the bottom group. White should attack actually, o2. But it's not easy to kill this kind of group. Still a lot of AG in the center. So black can leave here. Well, the turn keeps everything connected, but eventually those stones still got separated. So black leaves. White can connect under, kind of. Actually here, it's proper for black to go up. So when white tries to connect, black can separate. But like this, black can still separate because black has Atari, Atari, and connect. Well, black never played that move. And now black goes for the center. Yeah, this is very unlike Tuno style, but it's the first time I see a pretty aggressive sequence to capture some stones, so very good. Alright, then white got to connect here, that's fine. The push in the corner is very big, this b17, but now white has to turn first, and after that play the hane in the corner. This is the right order. And then let's see the middle, it's still safe. This push is center, and Kosumitsuke here is very big because it prepares some agi in the corner. Then yeah, this group is connected. Now connect the top stone. So if this happens, the game is actually very close. Probably white has a slight advantage because black just got the 4 stones in the middle and the territory in the top, the territory in the corner, and a small life on the bottom. And white has a pretty nice right side, also a sizable bottom, and a solid left side. So this should probably be a close game, but slightly better for white. White can still turn here in center. So in this case, black should connect solid, and now c16 is not center anymore. Therefore, black can play it. So white goes down to prepare the monkey jump. Now here, white was supposed to defend. Just block solid to stay connected, and later do the monkey jump. Now on the monkey jump, the way black blocks the monkey jump can leave a ko. So black can try a7, then sacrifice a stone like this in order to play Atari from behind, Atari again, and play the hanging connection or the solid connection, and there is no ko. And another way for black is to go b5, white pulls back, black blocks, white pulls back again, and then b3. Now if white cuts, black can Atari from behind, Atari again, and connect. Now if white cuts one more time, black will take away liberty, and there is no way out for white. White has only 2 liberties, so white still dies faster here. By 1 liberty this time. Good enough. So the way black is blocking this, leaves a ko fight. So white captures, and on this Atari, white doesn't have to connect right away, but white can choose a ko. So either hane or jump, then black takes the ko. Now it's tougher for black to block the monkey jump. Of course there are ko threats, so let's say white is trying to kill here, black answers. Now black plays this kind of move threatening the top or the middle group, But if white connects, black captures, and then white jumps again in the middle. Oh, actually white can take the... Yeah, just jump here and the group dies. So it was risky. But white decided to connect, Atari, and now it's like nothing happened. Then push in the top. This is still fine. Oh, and now everything collapsed. So that push was really deadly. It's nice that this is actually the winning move. So that's a small compensation, huh? In fact, black can cut here, which is Atari. White has to answer, and now black already captured those stones. So there's no way for white to come back. Yeah, this decided the game. So big to capture that group. And there is no compensation. So white lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stones. That's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 points here. And the game was won by black by 25. So actually, white was about 20 points ahead instead of before the kill. Which means if white pays attention here, I mean, no monkey jump. Well, the monkey jump was sent there, but then instead of this push, just connect. The push at h17 can be played anytime, so that's white's privilege. So if white connects, it's a one game for white. That's why I said this was a little bit of a lucky win for Tuno. But, well, it happens. This move is not necessary. Black has enough space to live inside. And here, for white, it's always better to connect directly or to play the hanging connection, because then white has q19 in center. So when black plays away, white can hane, connect, and black needs to protect. If white goes down, black goes down, white defends, and then q19 is not center for white but for black. This is the kind of move one plays when he needs ice in the corner, but white it's already connected at s15, so there was no eye issue in that area and nothing to be done but count the game and accept the score. So here on the left side, white had to play another move, not that one, but protect, give up the stone and block. But it's not longer important. So lucky but well done for Tuno. We'll see what happens next game. Enjoy the review.